Congratulations, Atisha. You have done it, and you have done it with above target in all the three domains. That's in
Thank you.
PMP. So how is it? How is
Thank
that
you.
you're feeling now after achieving above target in all the three domains?
I feel super relieved. I think it's an amazing feeling. It is not something that can be expressed very easily. I wasn't really, I remember when we started, you really pushed me saying that, Atisha, we should aim above target. We should aim. And in my mind, I was like, I would just clear it and I'll be fine. I am okay with just clearing it because I thought above target is going to be like really difficult. But yeah, now when I'm on the other side of the tunnel, I feel it was amazing. I think all the hard work paid off, yours and mine. I know how much I have drenched you in the rain in this along with me. So thanks to you and your guidance that we were able to crack it, and I was able to add on to some credentials.
In fact, let me tell you this: you are actually 1,134th above target this year for me, and 3 + 4, 7 is my lucky number. I think that's a great thing. So 1,134th above target this year, Atisha. So how was the journey? Was it easy for you? Like I'm sure you have gone through a lot of things, and I remember in the class you were saying that you were going through ITTOs, and I was wondering, are you really looking at PMBOK 6 or 7? Why was that? What really was the reason?
So how I thought about PMI initially was that I'm going to probably do self-study, is how I intended about it. Given that we all come from experience on work, I thought it will be something which will be fine. And I have decent experience managing people and managing projects with clients. So I thought it is something I could do by myself. I had already done Scrum Master before this, so that also I self-studied. So I thought it's going to be kind of similar. I Googled and everything people did say on Google and all the research sites that it's going to be difficult. So what I did, I kind of used reference from some of the online services available, portals like Udemy and all, wherein I could see what courses could be used to try and learn for. That's where the reference of PMBOK 6 was there. And I did see some people's interview on YouTube's where
Hmm.
people had come out of their exams and they said mixed reviews. Some said that the ITTOs were not important. Some said the ITTOs are really important. Predictive is half of the paper and all. So I said on a safer side, I'll do it.
Hmm.
And then when I almost was at the end of completing it, almost at the end of the elephant's tail, is when I enrolled in with you. So
Hmm.
when I used to be in the class and you would explain something, I would by default my mechanism would compare and say, okay, I've done something different, and then those questions used to come up.
Hmm.
And yeah, I remember you caught it like the second, third time only. You said, Atisha, stop referring to the wrong book. And I said, I don't know if it's the wrong book. And yeah, so but then I that very day I stopped referring. So yeah, that was something that I had studied before.
Yeah.
So I had to very rightfully that you had said in the class, I had to really unlearn it. I would not say it was in vain because knowledge is never in vain. But yes, I had to unlearn it because otherwise I would keep on comparing. And there were like 49 processes. So how much could have I learned? And
Right.
rote learning was not really the route for this. And then when we started doing it together, when your classes were there, I just focused all my notes and everything in your classes. So by the end, we were at your class. After the thousands of questions that I used to raise with you in your classes, I used to make my own notes. And like you had advised and guided throughout to go through your videos after every class, I did do that.
Hmm.
So by the end, when we completed the session with you, I had my own set of notes, which were a copy from what you were saying.
Hmm.
Not everything word to word, of course, but everything that was needed for my understanding. That is what I referred. And then I think it was after 3 days when I reached out to you and I said, I'm just a little bit confused because I feel I've done everything. That's when you said, Atisha, you know what, you really need to give on some mocks. Otherwise, you don't really know what you're going in for,
Hmm.
which I think was the most important, the most basic, yet the golden advice for me, because I cannot stress upon enough on how important those mocks were for us, right? It's only you and me, we know how we have managed through those mocks because learning something theoretically and applying it is one thing, and learning and implying it in situations is absolutely different ball game.
Hmm.
That's when you recommended me to go through one demi. And I remember you gave me access to one of those free tests or two of those free tests, which I said, I'm not sure if I'm going to purchase. But then you said, you know what, you should go with the test first. And then when I saw the test, I was like, okay, I think I scored 4 right questions only out of those 10. There were 10 questions set.
Hmm.
And other one, I scored 3. That's when I was kind of
Worry.
scared.
Hmm.
Yes, a lot. And then I said, you know what, sir, I'm going to purchase this. And that's when I kind of let everything in your hands, candidly speaking. I was
Hmm.
like, you know what, you need to really guide me because I don't know the way out from this.
Hmm.
But we definitely have to make out of this because there's no stepping back on it now.
Right.
Then Yeah, then is when everything started with you. So yeah, thanks to you.
Great. And I thought you were really hardworking because I saw initial scores of like say 3, 4 out of 10, 30, 40%, then stepping up to 60%, 70%, and still worried, last minute. Then you also scaled up further, remock strategy, flip cards, all put together, you were crossing 90, 95%. I think that was game changing. And I felt that you really did all the 12 mocks. That is 2160 premium questions that changed because the solution explanation is
Yeah,
more designed in a way that you're going to learn with each and every solution explanation, right? So did that
that's
help?
true. It helped a lot, importantly because it just did not tell me why this answer is correct. It told me why the other three are wrong.
Mm,
That is what is important, because in another question I might not get the correct option, I might get the other three options, but I should know why shouldn't I select it. So I think that really helped me throughout that exam. And then also the videos were the crisp videos. I could have never gone back to your videos of your classing and done them in 2 days,
yeah.
because they're obviously 4 hour long classes every time, right? But the crisp videos that you had made, they really helped, because I remember the next day was my exam, and even the previous night around 5 p.m. I think I messaged you saying, sir, I've done the videos. And then you said, okay, now you don't have to study anything else. So the
Mm.
videos, the flip cards, and the mocks. And yes, we've done the mocks million times, I know.
Right. Now people are generally lost with information overload. There is so much of junk available in the market, in the Google, in the YouTube, and Udemy, everywhere, right? What do you recommend to them?
I would just recommend to go with what is there in the app. One
Mm,
Demi app, that's it. And I would, when I'm going to talk to this about the aspirants who would really want to do PMP, a couple of things I would definitely like to share. One is that it took me 45 days. So if it takes me 45 days to go from a 60% or 62% to getting above target, then you can also do it. Plus, I have never been in a management environment where PMP certified people have worked. My
mm,
management environment that I work with my client is, yes, it is hybrid, but it is not the logical flow that we study in PMI.
yeah.
So even if you are non-aware, if you are a novice as a project manager, you can still do it. So if I can, you can. The second thing was, I've referred to Google, I've referred to YouTube videos of multiple authors. I've referred to some of the best renowned people's material. I've gone through courses, like I said, on various portals. And ultimately, I came to how we say that I've come back to Pavilion, where it's one demi. And the only three things that have helped me are the flip cards. Something which I did not do, which I would say anyone and everyone going through the app should do it. Do the flip cards every day. Don't burden yourself doing the flip cards all 827 on one day. It
Yeah.
will not help. Like, I had to do it thrice. However, if I'm smarter now, I would do them every day in maybe like clubs.
Mm.
That the crisp videos, I would say I would probably, I've just done it once, it helped me. But then if you can do two, go for it. And the mocks, I know you've always recommended going for 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3. I would say all the mocks are
All the
great.
bugs.
I mean, thanks to you, they're all great. Even the 12th mock, like it was the last mock, and still I felt, and I remember asking you, do you want me to do 3, 2, 1 again? Because I've done all 12.
Yeah.
Because they all had different categories. Everything was covered under those mocks. So definitely one demi is something I would recommend. And like we discussed, right, my future plans for doing anything is going to be through this portal.
Okay, great. Now, as we are speaking, we have added 25 more premium questions just today, and that's something which is as per the latest syllabus as well. So it's going to be up to date always. That's the thing.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I've told you this, right? That EVM, everyone out in the world stresses on EVM questions, and you were the one to tell me, Atisha, you won't see an EVM question, and I literally had zero EVM questions in my exam.
Right.
And I was like, thank God I didn't study, because I know there are these 12 formulas, but then there are multiple questions that come out of it, right? Even the critical path, you said, Atisha, don't stress. There might just be one or two questions. And I literally had just one question. So whatever you've said and you've actually coached through is what exactly helped. So I think that leap of faith is something that a student has to take with their gurus. And you are an absolute pleasure to learn with, is something I can tell without any doubt.
Thank you. I think I really love working with students like you who are really hardworking, who are really putting their effort every time. And, the results are natural, above target in all the three domains, right?
So proud.
So, what is that one thing which you would recommend now to the world, outside world, who's giving the exam in the next, let's say, couple of weeks or within this month?
I would say even if you have just 1 week, just enroll into One Day Me and
Okay.
follow you. I
Okay.
would say follow you. I remember when I was giving the exam, I told you that I want to give it in 15 days now because we
Hmm.
were already done the 15 days training. And you were like, I was stressed and you were like, just fine. What 2 weeks are fine. We can do it. And we literally did it. So that is one thing. I would definitely tell one thing, which is apart from how you learn it, uh, there is no point rote learning. Rote learning is not helping anyone. So one thing I would say is no rote learning, solve as many questions as you can. That is something I would say helped us.
Very good. Excellent. So thank you so much for pulling out your time. And I think this advice from you on how to switch over from Google's and YouTube and Udemy to One Day Me, which is one stop hub, I think
Yes.
that's going to be value for everyone. That's the reason we have created this to help everyone out. Thank you so much, Atisha, for your valuable time.
Thank you for your time and your coaching. And I am absolutely happy and delighted that I could add into your list and be your lucky number. And there are many more to go. Of course, we both know it.
Yeah, thank you so much.